Number 29, House.
Good Friday night to you, sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. With the All-Star game almost here, let's see how the West is shaping up. You take a look at the Trailblazers. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, Utah, 6.5 games behind them.
And when I look at Utah, the position they're in would be considered a success for most teams. But let's face it, they're not most teams. For them, any place other than first is a disappointment.
Especially since they were in the top spot earlier this season. I'm sure they thought they'd be there all year, but now they've got some ground to make up.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Andre Ayton up there with Randall, and it's clinging into the center. And for Utah, House is out there with Williams. Then it's Neely. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. And it's Reeves in at the two-guard spot. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now here's Henderson. Pass to Ayton. And here's Sharp. He's defended by Reed. Here is House. Defended by Sharp. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Shaedon Sharp picks one up.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. The Jazz shooting their first.
The form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Now here's Ayton. Back to Sharp. Ayton a screen on Reeves. Here's Sharp. Rebound by Williams. Here is House. He's defended by Randall. Williams in the post. We saw him with 19 points his last outing, and the shot goes down.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Sharp following the bucket by the Jazz. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And we'll take a chance now to honor the Western Conference Player of the Month, the franchise.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt, and they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
And that one's good by Henderson.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Pass to House. Williams looking around. The Trailblazers pull it in.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Back to Ayton. Inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And looking now at some numbers here for Randall. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
Now here's Williams. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. You know, when you talk about this Jazz team, Doris, you have to mention head coach Will Hardy.
You certainly do, Kevin, because remember, he came from the Boston Celtics organization. He also had a history in San Antonio. He is known as an excellent tactician. He does an incredible job scouting. Utah always one of the best prepared teams in the league.
Now here's Randall. Last game we saw him score 13. Ayton against Williams. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's good, 2 points.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Here's Henderson. He had 25 points last game.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Caught up with Will Hardy a few minutes ago, and we talked about the matchup against Scoot Anderson. He told me Scoot is an extremely talented player. He's already somebody you have to game plan for with his scoring and playmaking. This is a guy with superstar potential. And Coach has a lot of respect for the skilled youngster. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. And here is Ayton, following the 3 moments ago from House. Playing in the screen for Henderson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. The Jazz, #1. The Trailblazers in second.
And here we've got 2 teams shooting the ball so well on the season, and neither one hesitates to pull the trigger. This is a great matchup.
Here's Henderson. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. There's the 3. Traps in the tray. Henderson's got his second bucket tonight.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Williams. Outside, House. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 5. Sharp on the wing. Henderson looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively. You gotta love that energy.
McMillan's checked in for the Jazz. Avdia's checked in for Portland. Here's Ayton. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, DeAndre Ayton should own the paint. Nice touch there.
Jazz leading by 3. Pass to House. Oh, that's blocked. Henderson outside. Here's Klingon. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And the layup's good off the glass. 7 points from Scoot Henderson. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Utah. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Now here's Ayton. Lets it go from deep. Avdia can't hit. McMillan passes to Williams.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Henderson outside. Back to Sharp. Out to the right wing. From 15 feet away. Rebound by House.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Williams gets the bucket.
Well, we know offensively, Benedict Mathurin wants to be relied upon. This guy loves being a consistent point getter for this team.
Henderson passes to Ayton. Up top Sharp, defended by Mathurin. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And at this stage of the season, Doris, it is safe to say we know who the true contenders are, right?
Kevin, I would say yes for the most part. But we have seen play-in teams from either side of the bracket make a deep run. And I don't want to rule anything out. We tip it up for a reason.
And Utah making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Hardy, he's checked in for Avdia. Williams in the post. Ayton's there. Shot clock at 3. Utah needs to get off a shot here. House. And Klingon pulls it down.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Portland no good that time either. Jazz leading by 3. Here's Williams. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Henderson outside. Here's Klingon. Played by House. A nice shot by Klingon.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Sensabaugh. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And the 3 off target.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Pass to Ayton. 1:36 left in the first quarter. Ayton sets the pick for Sharp over Williams. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Williams. Here's Sensabaugh. The rebound by Sharp. Pass to Henderson. Ayton with it. Klingon the screen for Ayton. Rejected by House. They get it back. Henderson. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
All the officials are all over that one.
Portland may have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for.
Get back in there.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. They've got House. Neely out there with Benedict Mathurin. Then it's Jalen Williams. And it's McMillan in at the 3 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. And it's Mathurin missing.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Into the lane. And it's Sharp missing.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, the franchise in the last game against the Cavaliers played phenomenal basketball. He had 34 points and came out of nowhere defensively, blocking shot after shot in an incredible effort. Numbers like that are sure to get attention around the league, and everyone's excited to see what he does tonight. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Sharp against McMillan. Now, here's Sharp. He has 6. And then Sharp with the dunk.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Avdia and Portland again with the bucket.
Avdia showing you his catch-and-shoot skills.
Jazz trail by 6. And here is Williams. He has 6. Pass to House and stolen by Simmons. Launches a 3, and that one's good. Hardy's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Portland.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And let's get an update on DeAndre Ayton's injury. David, what's the news?
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Trailblazers. He's got a pinched nerve in his shoulder, basically a stinger, and he's lost all sense of motion in his arm. This injury could be devastating for them. This is a team that had title hopes, Kevin, and this is not what they need.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries. This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
Randall outside. Pass to Hardy. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. Rebound by House. House has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Williams up on top. He's defended by Randall. Right wing. They could use a bucket. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Neely. Sharp against Williams. Now Sharp. 9-point game his last outing. Pass to Clark. Puts one up from 19. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Utah has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Here's House. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Sharp, that's good. Sharp's got 8 points in the quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Offensive rebound. House kicks to Williams. Here's Sensabaugh. The offensive rebound. Outside Williams. Nailed from 3-point land. Williams has got 9.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Sharp, the pass to Clark. Henderson outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. They host the 76ers after this game, and that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. He gets it in there. And it's now only a 1-point Portland lead.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Now here's Henderson. He's got 9. And the shot goes in. Clark's got his first 2 points.
You gotta know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Williams against Randall. Williams passes to House. Back to Williams. Here is House. He's covered by Clark. Bricks the dunk off the deceptive pump fake. Henderson outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Mathurin. Powered down with both hands.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. For 3, Henderson doesn't get it to drop for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Trailblazers leading by just 2. A game that's been so far. It's been a clinic out there by the franchise.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
On the floor for Portland, the guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Ayton is out there with Klingon, and it's Randall in at the 3. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Here's Henderson. Pass to Sharp. Henderson with the screen for Sharp. Now Klingon. Defended by House. Here's Sharp. Drills the three-pointer. Sharp's got 13 points.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Ayton against Williams. On the wing, Williams. The 3. Hits it from three-point range. Williams has got the game tied up here for the Jams.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the...
Three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end. I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Off target from three-point range.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Sharp, that's good.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
So it's Utah now. The Blazers getting the bucket. Here is House. He's got 18. Shot clock at 5. Nice ball movement by Utah. Mathurin for 3. Reeves left side. Here's House. Portland grabs the miss.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Here's Sharp. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Jazz trail by 8. And Williams, here we go. Reeves outside. Pass to Williams. Will it go? Back to Reeves. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Reeves has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And it's denied. Klingon with the steal. Randall against Mathurin. Randall passes to Sharp. Ayton in the corner. Randall outside. From deep. Rebound by House. House has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
The Jazz have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Trailblazers leading by 4. Shoots from the elbow. He can't hit that time.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Neely the pass to Williams. Here is House.
Who's got ball?
Shot clock at 6. Fades and shoots. The shot's good. House has got 20 points. Portland's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Williams against Henderson. Nice D from Williams. And it's Williams with the ball for Utah. Trailing by 2. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Randall kicks to Henderson. Klingon the screen for Henderson. To stop the drought. And there's a nice layup by Klingon. Klingon's got 6. So it's Utah now. 4-point game. Here's Williams. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Pass to Ayton. Henderson outside. Here's Sharp. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here is House. He's got 20. Williams a screen on Randall. Mathurin for 3. And Klingon pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky. He was
You got to be kidding.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Picked by Williams. Here is House. Floats it up for Williams. 5 to shoot. Klingon with the steal. Here's Sharp again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. The shot by House is no good. Portland leading by 6. Sharp on the wing. He's defended by Reed. Ayton dishes to Randall. Portland moving the ball around. Henderson outside. Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And the Jazz making a change here. McMillan's checked in. Avdia's checked in for the Trailblazers. Utah has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Williams with the ball. Klingon defending. Williams with a clean look and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Pass to Sharp. Over Mathurin. It's deflected. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Williams. Rebound by the Trailblazers. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. That one goes in.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Here's Reeves. The Blazers getting the bucket. Williams can't hit. Henderson against Mathurin. Releases from 15. Basket counts. And that's 15 points from Scoot Henderson.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball after the basket by Utah. Pass to Avdia. To the inside. Here's Sharp. He blocks it again.
And swatting shots away with ferocity.
And GA, he is not messing around in this one. Henderson against Reeves. Here is House. Outside Mathurin. Over Klingon. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Now, here's Sharp. Following the miss by Denny Avdia. No good with the triple. Jazz trail by 9. Williams passes to Reeves. Here is House. McMillan kicks to Williams. And stolen by Ayton. At the elbow, it's Henderson. It's tipped, and they recover it. And it's Ayton missing. Utah has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here is House. Henderson defending, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Outside, Avdia. Good on the three-point shot. Avdia's got 7. Williams with the ball. 1 second left. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Portland with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of... Now for Portland.
Klingon, he's checked in for Simmons. DeAndre Ayton comes in for Avdia. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Sharp. We've got Williams. Also Benedict Mathurin out there. House is out there with Neely. And it's Reeves in a 2-guard. That's the group right now for Utah. Here's Neely. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Outside Mathurin. 4 on the shot clock. Wide open look. Rebounded by Hardy.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Henderson outside. Ayton sets the pick for Henderson. To the paint. Ayton against Williams. Here's Hardy. That 3 off the mark. Jazz trail by 21. To the middle. It's tipped. Randall outside. Ayton against Williams. Henderson attacking. Fader on the way. Clock is at 3. Randall with the bucket.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Here is House. Henderson defending. Fade away. And that one's good. House has got 24 points.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
Randall outside. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
Jalen Williams is checked in for Utah. And a switch here also for Portland. Sharp's checked in. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Sunday, they're off to Miami to face off with the Heat. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And for their matchup with Phoenix, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Ayton inside. He's guarded by Williams. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, the up fake by DeAndre Ayton gets the defender committed. That is nicely done.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And Portland making a change here. Melton's checked in. Portland no good that time either. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Reeves the pass to House. Over Murray. The shot by House is no good.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions. And right now, at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Portland.
Boy, Ben Simmons, one of the most highly scrutinized players in the NBA.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big